What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If you're stopping by the channel for the first time, please consider subscribing to my channel. And while you're at it, smash that like button for me. I really would appreciate it. Also, hit that post notification bell so that you're notified every time I upload a new video. Well, guys, 47 is back at it again. He is attacking the Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell, asking for 10 rate cuts. I'm not kidding you guys. Here's the headline. Trump calls for the equivalent of 10 Fed rate cuts. I told you I'm not kidding. 47 on Thursday continued his extraordinary and targeted verbal attacks on Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell, calling for a massive 2.5% rate reduction. I told you guys I wasn't kidding. Despite appointing Powell to the role in 2017, 47 has frequently chastised the Fed chair for keeping rates higher than 47 would like. On Wednesday, after a monetary policy making meeting, the Fed said it would be maintaining rates between 4.25% and 4.5%, noting that the economy remains strong, but the path of inflation is uncertain, in part because of the enormous tariffs that 47 has placed on foreign goods. Too late. Jerome Powell is costing our country hundreds of billions of dollars. This is what 47 posted on Truth Social Thursday. He is truly one of the dumbest and the most destructive people in government, and in the Fed board is complicit. That's crazy right there, man. Too late. An American disgrace. This is coming from the President of the United States about the sitting chairman of the Federal Reserve of the United States. An immediate cut of 2.5 points would be unprecedented. The Fed generally adjusts its benchmark lending rate up or down by 1/4 point, but the size of each rate adjustment is congruent with the economic reality at that moment. For example, when inflation was running at 40-year highs in 2022, the Fed was hiking by as much as 3/4 point at a time. Equally, when the economy was ailing during the onset of the pandemic, the Fed cut rates aggressively. Powell has refused to respond to 47's barbs, instead saying he is focused on the Fed's mandate to keep inflation low and job growth high. When asked about 47's stated desire to nominate a new Fed chair next year when his term expires, Powell said he's focused exclusively on the present. I tell you, man, this thing is getting out of control. It is getting out of control. From my standpoint, it's not complicated, said Powell. What everyone on the Federal Open Market Committee wants is a good, solid American economy with strong labor market, price stability. That's what we want. Our policy is well positioned right now to deliver that. America's economy has been resilient, Powell said. Part of that is our stance. We think we're in a good place on that to respond to significant economic developments. That's what matters. That is what matters to us. Pretty much, that's all that matters to us. So Powell is not backing down. He is not backing down from 47. He has made it clear they're going to stand their ground. They're not going to move the Fed funds rate until they believe it's absolutely necessary and warranted. Fed members in their economic projections said they expect 2 quarter-point cuts this year, which would bring rates to around 3.75 to 4%. That's the Fed funds rate. But 47 has remained unsatisfied. Europe has had 10 cuts. We have had none. We should be 2.5 points lower and save billions on all of Biden's short-term debt. This is coming from 47. Y'all know 47 will always blame Biden for everything, right? Even though we had 2 back-to-back years of GDP over 2.5%, 2 back-to-back years of the S&P 500 index doing better than 20%, inflation coming down from 9% in 22 all the way down to just under 3% in 24, is still Biden's fault. We have low inflation. The Fed's Eurozone counterpart, the European Central Bank, has lowered rates 8 times in the past year. That is coming from 47. Although U.S. inflation has remained low, Powell noted prices may increase in coming months as companies sell off goods that have been in their warehouses, brought in before tariffs, and begin selling items that have a tariff attached to them. We've had goods inflation just moving up a bit, he said Wednesday. We do expect to see more of that over the course of the summer. It takes some time for tariffs to work their way through the chain of distribution to the end consumer. A good example of that would be goods being sold at retailers today may have been imported several months ago before tariffs were imposed. Powell noted that many companies expect to pass tariff costs to consumers, but too much remains uncertain to lower rates at the moment. Today, the amount of tariff effects, the size of the tariff effects, their duration, and the time it will take are all highly uncertain, Powell said Wednesday. So that is why we think the appropriate thing to do is to hold where we are as we learn more. And we think our policy stance is in a good place where we're well positioned to react to incoming developments. President wants them reduced. Fed chair says, no, we're not going to reduce them. They're at a stalemate. We're going to see what happens over the next few months. Drop me some comments and let me know what you think. Should we be reducing rates right now, or should we just hold firm and see what inflation does over the summer? Y'all drop it down in the comment box. First link in the description box, which is the Patreon link to the Wealth Builders. And then the second link is the website. Check out both of them. Like I said, we'd love for you guys to consider joining our Patreon group. We're called the Wealth Builders. That's the first link in the description box. Check us out. All we do in that community is help each other towards financial freedom. So if you want to be a part of that community where we're discussing nuggets, tips, best practices, what's working, what's not working, we provide a safe environment. No one's trying to sell you nothing. Get yourself out of the matrix and consider come joining us on the Wealth Builders. We'd love to have you. Just click on that first link, which is the Patreon link. It'll take you over to the Wealth Builders. And then the second link is the website link. Check that out as well. If you're stopping by the channel for the first time, please consider subscribing, share the video, smash the like button. Thoughts become things. If you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hands. You guys keep chasing your greatness. Never stop believing in yourself. Stay healthy, get wealthy, and I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.